Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the CelSana product overview, introduction to CelSana products. My name is Brett Duncan. I'm acting general manager for CelSana, and I've got on the training here with me on the webinar, I've got Sheila Bacchus, our top consultant. Sheila, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Well,
Hey,
thank you.
Brett, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It is February the 6th, 2018. It is a cold evening here in the Dallas area and rainy. But you know what? We got some good stuff to go through tonight. So if you are with us right now, uh, the whole point of tonight is to introduce you to something we think is pretty special. And that is our line of extremely unique and innovative skincare products from CelSana. In this presentation, we're going to walk you through some very important questions. The first one is, hey, do the products actually work? If you're on the call, I keep calling the call, but if you're on this training right now and you're interested in these products, this is probably question number one. So we want to speak to that. We want to show you some things that people have experienced on these skincare products. The second question you might have is, are the products safe and are they proven? We're going to walk through that. Another question is, are they unique? So we want to show you what's different, what's unique about these products. And then finally, and you might already know about this, we have something called an 8-week challenge. And so we want to show you how you can take that 8-week challenge. And as of right now, we have a very, very special twist to that has not been available before. But we're going to share the details of that on this training. So Sheila, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's start with the first one. That's always my favorite part. Do the products work? And they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. So I say we just show a lot of pictures here. And Sheila, this is definitely where I love to get you involved because you know so many of these people. You've heard their stories firsthand. We're looking at some results right now, and it's so easy to see kind of the results around the eyes a lot of times just because of how the skin is there. But, look at that. That is a visible and a definite difference. And on the case on the right, this happened after just 2 weeks of using the product. Sheila, tell us more about this.
The picture on the right, that's just 2 weeks, and that just the glow, the CelSana glow is what we call it, because the skin is just more vibrant, it's healthier, it's alive, it's getting nourished, and that is what is so different. One of the things that's so different about our product. The picture on the left, and I have to tell you, this is a 6-week improvement. Everybody's results, happen at a different time, but Sarah at 6 weeks, these were her improvements, and I had talked to her. The reason she sent this picture at 6 weeks is because she was saying, I just don't see any difference. And I said, well, take a picture. Just take a picture and send it to me and send me your before picture. And she did. And I put them side by side and sent them back to her. And she was like, oh my gosh. So this is a great reason why that before picture is so important, because the changes they just happen. So they're just subtle changes. And so that before picture is really important.
Yeah. Well, and you see it, here we've got a couple more examples. And we talk about this all the time about using the products consistently over time. And, a lot of times these pictures might say 6 weeks or 13 weeks. And that's just because that's when the person remembered to take their after picture. But, just look at the skin tone of the lady on the left. It's really just quite amazing the difference that occurred over 6 weeks there. We've got Dan there on the right, and again, that glow is there. The sagging in the skin just isn't quite as the way that it was before. Really, really quite amazing as we look at that. Kind of looking at some other examples here. Here are some gentlemen who had some, pretty noticeable skin issues, and after just 6 weeks and 8 weeks, you can see some really drastic and extremely visible updates. And Sheila, I know you know the stories behind these two as well.
Well, Ryan, the pictures on the left is Ryan. He's about 28 or 9 years old. Always had a problem with breakouts. You can see that obviously in that picture. Since he was probably 12 or 14, had never been able to get any improvement from anything the doctors had given him. It just things that just weren't working on him. He tried everything. And so 6 weeks of using CelSana, you can obviously see the major difference in those breakouts, huge difference.
Mm.
And then Al on the right, he's had those scars from breakouts when he was young. He's had those scars since he was, probably 40 years. He had to have been 18 or 19 for 40 years, having that. And CelSana, after 8 weeks, look at the change. I mean, the texture of his skin, the smoothness, that scarring is so much softer. You can hardly see it. So it's amazing what this product can do. And I just continue to hear stories. I got a picture today of a similar picture, very similar to Al. I got a picture today, and this man's just been using the product for about a week and a half, and he's already seeing results. So it's incredible.
Yeah, and we look at this and we can see some drastic updates in some people, and obviously in other people it's still a bit more subtle. Like you said, a lot of times we don't even notice, right? When we're looking at ourselves in the mirror every single day, we don't always notice it. But the key is, really delivering nutrition to your skin. And yes, there are some people will experience some visible differences pretty early on, but the real key is over time, over, again, we like to say 8 weeks. Again, it's a little bit different for everyone, but typically within about 8 weeks, if you've used it consistently, not only do you see those immediate benefits, but you start seeing the real long-term kind of updates and changes and improvements in your skin overall. And I think that's really, really important. As we keep looking at some of these, the lady on the left, I mean, it's quite clear with just the spots, and using the spot serum that we have. We have Charlotte there on the right, and just looking at her skin tone and elasticity. And again, you can see it around the eyes. It's really quite obvious and quite amazing. And then Sheila, I don't know if you know these people, but they seem to have gotten some really, really good product results after using the products for 8 weeks.
Yes, they have, and it just continues to improve. This happens to be on the left is my husband Jimmy, and he had very, very oily skin. I mean, problematic oily skin, large pores, and then those fine lines have become deep wrinkles, and you can see after 8 weeks the major difference in his skin. And we've done lots of sun damage. We fish all the time. We get a double whammy from the sun and then the reflection off the lake. And we haven't been good about wearing sunscreen, I have to admit. So we've done damage, and it's obvious. And so 8 weeks of me using CelSana, the difference and the change in my skin was incredible, because I had been taking care of my skin, I thought. But little did I know what CelSana could do for me. It's incredible. I mean, it's obvious. The picture speaks for itself.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. We've got a lot more pictures that we could show, but we won't do that tonight. We've got some people too who these are quotes pulled directly from our video. This is Linda Gibson, and she just mentions after using the products for 10 days, she started getting compliments right away. The fine lines, the smile lines were starting to diminish. And then after using the products regularly for 2 months, she said she could really notice her skin getting softer. And so, I mean, that's a great testimony, because it speaks to some of the fast results that she was experiencing. It talks about how people noticed. And then obviously it talks about some of that kind of next level improvements after she had used the products consistently over time. And here we've got Frances, very, very skeptical about using products like this. She was introduced to CelSana from someone who she said, hey, her skin texture was not like mine. So I didn't know if it would work for me. But within 6 weeks, she says, she started noticing a much more even tone in her skin. And she's never, ever had another product that has done that for her. Next up is Cindy. She said, she could see it in her friend who had been using this. She saw the results, and she, said, hey, you don't even have to tell me. Whatever it is that you're using, I can see that it works. And so she was convinced. She followed the directions. One of the things I love about Cindy is she brings up just how simple the regimen is. And that's saying a lot. She used the cleanser, you put the serum on. It's really that simple. And she mentions a radiance that it brought to her skin tone that she had been looking for. And so that's really awesome. And then again, Sheila, you kind of already mentioned this as well, but you really speak to a lot of the damage that you've done to your skin over time. And You really started to see that kind of manifest itself in your mid 40s. But people are seeing the change in your skin now, and for the better, right? And so, what are some of the parts of your story? I know you mentioned some of it, but maybe some of the other parts that you didn't mention just a few seconds ago.
Well, I did the product when I first started using it. The first thing that I noticed was within the first week was the texture of my skin had become so much smoother and softer. Like I just kept feeling it, but with the just kept feeling it, going, oh my gosh, my skin feels so soft. It's just I couldn't stop doing that. And then I just this weekend I had a compliment from a lady who saw me I guess 2 years ago. It's been 2 years ago. And she said, you look so good. You look so much better than the last time I saw you. You look younger. And I said, it's my skincare.
Yeah.
It's my CelSana.
Yeah.
And she said, really? It is? That's it? I said, that is it. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean, that alone, right? What a reward that is, just for someone to see you that hadn't seen you in a while, and for them to say something like that. It speaks volumes. I mean, it says everything that you wanted to say and to feel after using products like this. Charlotte too had very, very similar results. We saw pictures just a minute ago of her before and after, but um, she mentioned specifically her skin had a reddish tone and had been very blotchy, and then she saw the skin tone change drastically over time. And one of the things we hear a lot from women who use the products is they no longer wear foundation. They're kind of just down to lipstick and mascara, right? Because their skin looks so good on its own. And so one of the things that really stands out to me is just the different, some people really see a difference in the fine lines and wrinkles. So that's what they notice right away. Some see their skin tone, some talk about texture or spots. The key here, again, I keep saying it, is coming back to feeding your body with nutrition, and this in the form of skincare, but feeding your skin with the nutrition it needs, and so it responds because it's being nourished. And whatever has been lacking, obviously, is now starting to be fulfilled, and it makes a difference in whatever unique way you need it to. And so that's extremely powerful. So we talk about, hey, do the products work? And I think just looking at just a few of our customers and consultants here, it's pretty easy to say, yeah, they work. And the key is taking the products consistently over 8 weeks, and even beyond 8 weeks, right? We want you to use it over and over and over again. But we feel like if you use the products consistently as directed over 8 weeks, you're really going to see some results on that. Now, the next question that we have, and we could spend a lot of time on this. As a matter of fact, we have spent a lot of time on this on previous presentations, but are the products safe and are they proven? Okay. And our founder, Dr. Don Wayne Berry, and he's pictured here with his wife, Patty, he's a retired heart surgeon from here in Texas, but he, for lack of a better term, pretty much stumbled upon the ingredients and the main ingredient, active ingredient in our products. And this is kind of how the story goes. And I'm definitely going to summarize it here, but we do have a different presentation of him sharing kind of in depth what went into the discovery of our products. But accidentally, 13 years ago, is when he really stumbled upon this. And he had just moved to Colorado, and he had hurt his hand. And his next door neighbor was from El Salvador, and she brought over a homemade salve from the leaves of a rainforest plant. And so he applied that to his hand, and he was really quite amazed at the results that he got from that, just how quickly his hand recovered and healed from that. And so it just, again, got his doctor brain, it got him curious. And he was like, I wonder what caused that. And so, he started at that point a 5-year discovery period. And again, we're so fortunate that he is a doctor and he is already, committed to the rigors and the testing and everything that needs to go into truly understanding why something works the way that it does. Not just throwing it out there, not letting other people be your lab rats, but really digging into the science, understanding how it works. That's what Dr. Berry did here. So over 5 years, he studied it in detail with biotechnology. And again, I'm skipping so much of the story here. I'd encourage you to check out some of those other parts. But he he worked with toxicologists, he worked with dermatologists, he worked with horticulturists, he worked with physicians and professors. He really wanted to understand this at every level, and he also wanted to make sure he went about the research the right way. And so the end goal was, hey, can I duplicate that stuff that I've used? And that's what it led to. And so within the R&D process, he worked with an experienced MD from Austin. He worked with a toxicologist just to make sure, hey, we're going about this the right way. We're not putting too much of anything in there that would be harmful. He wanted to make sure it followed the FDA regulations, so worked with an expert on that. And he studied every bit of information on the 39 different phytochemical plant ingredients that came from this. And, the plant that we're talking about here is called the Hamelia patens plant. When you saw a picture of it just a minute ago, and you'll see another one here in a minute, but that's what he was really digging into. And so, really went into so much vigorous commercial trials. And what it all led to, it led to quite a lot. But one of my favorite things to point out is there was an anti-aging clinical study. And this occurred with 23 women over an 8-week period of time. It was done completely third party by a group that's highly regarded for this type of thing. And here are some of the key takeaways that came from this study. First off, 87% of the women who used this experienced an improvement in their skin tone and their color, just over 8 weeks. Again, 87% noticed an improvement in their skin radiance, their brightness. Almost 74% noticed an improvement in the evenness of their skin. 91% noticed an improvement in the pore appearance. Every single one of them, 100% of them, noticed an improvement in their skin texture. Fine lines and wrinkles were reduced. 100% of the women, 95 to 100%, noticed that. The reduction of deep wrinkles, 52 to 65% noticed improvement in that area. And again, as you can imagine, with deep wrinkles, that is an extremely difficult thing to do, especially over an 8-week period of time. And maybe the best part is the women described the facial serum, the word they used the most, was magical. And so when we talk about, hey, do the products work? Are they proven and are they safe? Looking at everything that's gone into this, the studies that have gone into it, and then the proof that's come out of it. Again, I think the answer has to be yes to that question. So let's just keep building off of that. Are the products unique? And when you discover something, an interesting thing gets to happen. You actually get to name portions of it. And so the active ingredient that we use in our products that came from the Hamelia patens plant is known as Cupio Rays. And that really comes down to just, the love of making sure that the skin health is a top priority and that skin and beauty is possible. And that's what Cupio Rays comes down to. And CelSana became the world's first company to create a commercial product featuring Hamelia patens. Now, I want you to understand just how special that is, because we've already taken a look at how well it works. It goes way, way back, but now we understand why it works. We understand what works about it. And CelSana is the world's first company to offer this commercially, which is unheard of. I mean, how often do you actually get to hear that? In 2009, we applied for our first of 5 patentability searches. March 2010, we received our first USPTO patent application, or at least it was completed. And at this point, we currently have 6 human usage USPTO patents in place. On top of that, when you start thinking about kind of our approach here, we do it the right way. Our products are paraben free, which again, these days, if a skincare product isn't paraben free, you've really got to take a second look at it. But we make sure it's paraben free. There's no propylene glycol. It's vegan friendly. There are no animal derivatives. It's not tested on animals. It is a superior cosmeceutical formula. And what I mean by that is we have gone through things that you actually don't have to go through to take a skincare product to market. But again, Dr. Berry said, I don't care about that. Here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that this is above reproach. And so that's really what our products are here at CelSana. So are the products unique? Absolutely, they're unique. Now, let's talk about how you can get involved. And we talk a lot about an 8-week challenge. You've already heard us here talk about the importance of 8 weeks. Not that you can't see results faster, but to really let that nutrition take place, the nourishment take place in your skin. We really like to encourage people to commit to using the products every day for 8 weeks. Okay, now typically when you get started with CelSana, we have what's called a starter kit. And what you see on the screen there is our Rainforest Cleanser, which is specifically made to clean your face, but also prepare it to receive what is going to be delivered through our day serum and our night serum. And so you have our day serum there that is really, you take that first thing in the morning or apply that first thing in the morning. And then at night, we have our night serum, which adds just a little bit extra oomph, if you will. And the reason we do that at night is because we know you're not going to be messing with your face while you're sleeping. So it has kind of an extra opportunity for even more to absorb overnight. Typically, these products are available on a first-time order basis as a starter kit for only $99. All right. Now they retail normally at $178, but this is a first-time order discount. Okay. So it retails at $178. It's a 60-day money-back guarantee. But again, that's available for only $99 for your first order. But I've got some really, really good news for everybody on this training right now, because February the 1st, just a few days ago, we launched something special. What we launched is what we're calling our 8-week challenge pack. And essentially what this is, it's 2 of those starter kits. All right, so 2 day serums, 2 night serums, and 2 cleansers, and it's only $169. Okay, now then, think about how special this is. We've never offered this before. This is truly, one of the, if not the best product special offer we've ever offered, and it's available between now and March 31st. So let me break this down, because if you're seeing this right now in February or March, then this is of 2018. This is a special moment, because not only do you get the starter kit, which, the 3 products that you see here, when you use those as directed, that would last you 4 weeks. We're going to double that, so you've got everything you need for the 8-week challenge. Normally at full retail, this would be $356. All right, $356 worth of product. All right, that's not what you're going to pay. Normally at the normal consultant rate or the preferred customer rate, it'd be $256 for 2 of these starter kits. You're not going to pay that either. All right, through March 31st, it is only $169. And on top of that, just like with every other product that we have and everything that we offer, there is an 8-week money-back guarantee, no questions asked. All right, so the question then becomes, are you up for the 8-week challenge? Are you ready to jump in? You've seen that the products work. You've seen that they're safe, that they've been proven, that they're unique. There's absolutely nothing for you to lose to try this, because once you try it, it's the best pricing we've ever offered, $169 for a complete 8-week challenge pack. There's no risk. If you don't like it at any time over that 8-week period, let us know, return it, and we'll refund it. All right. But we really want you to dig in here. We want you to commit to the 8 weeks. We want you to start off, take your before picture. You can do that tonight if you want to. Take it on your own, take a really good before picture, really good lighting. Use the products every single day. And then we encourage you to take an after picture once a week, just so that you can kind of track progress over time. And then again, if for any reason you want to return your products, you can do that. Now, you can start obviously with any of our products. We have a anti-aging body lotion. We have our color spot serum as well. But we know that that starter kit, and again, with the 8-week challenge pack, which has 2 starter kits, that's really what most people start with. So we want to encourage you to do that. And it is our best deal going right now. So if that's something that you're interested in, we want you to start right away. Take advantage of this special pricing. Talk to your consultant who invited you here or who's reached out to you before. If for some reason that's not possible, come onto the website. You can order straight from the website. We can do that. And give us a call if you want to. And by the way, get that special pricing. That special pricing, by the way, is not just a first order pricing. That is the price for anyone and everyone, whether you're an existing consultant, existing customer, or if you're purchasing for the first time. That is the price for our 8-week challenge pack between now and March 31st. All right. So definitely want to encourage you to do that. And then, you heard from Sheila tonight. You probably know some others, but, we rely on people like you to share these products with the public. And like we said, we're the only company, we're the first company sharing these products commercially So it's really quite an opportunity. If that's something that interests you at all, I'm sure whomever has invited you to this would love to talk to you about it, about what it means to become a consultant and start sharing CelSana. So Sheila, before we wrap up here, any final words or just any expressions of excitement as you think about this 8-week challenge pack?
Well, I think that everyone should take advantage of that. Everyone. And we've just never offered it at a better price. It's such a great price, and it offers you, the full 8 weeks. Why not take advantage of that and see what this product can do for you, because it truly is amazing. I've seen it do so many great things for people, and just make them feel so much better about themselves. You start getting compliments, and it's incredible.
Yeah. So I want to thank everyone for being here. We really want to encourage you, if this is the first time that you are checking out CelSana products, again, there's never been a better time to get started. There's no reason not to do it. Best pricing on our 8-week pack ever, and it's an 8-week money back guarantee. Kind of a no-brainer to give that a shot if you're at all interested in this. So I encourage you to do that. Reach out to us, make that happen. And for those of you who want to roll over now to our consultant training, that is going to be a separate link. So give me a second here, and I will put that in the chat box. But in the meantime, thank you everyone who has joined us tonight on this training. So glad that you are interested in CelSana, and hope to see you on future calls, and hope to see that you become a customer right away. Thanks, everyone. Just hold on if you're still there, and I will copy this link over if you want to join us. I'm putting it in the chat box right now. So if you haven't registered, go ahead and click on that link that I just put in the chat box. I'm going to hang out here for like 30 seconds, and I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to pull up the new one. So take a look at it now. Again, thanks everyone for being on here, and we will get started on our best practices training. All right. Going once, going twice. All right, I'm going to shut it down, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.